All right. Looks like we're live. You got a text message. All right. Oh, guys, I just want to thank you guys for tuning in while we get everything together in. Let's see. Let's see. And let's see here. Uh, let's see. I'm sorry. I got people asking me, hey, how do I tune in? How do you tune in here? All right. All right. Let's see. I'm sorry. I got people asking me, hey, how do I tune in? Let's see. I'm sorry. I got people asking me. All right. So you guys want to thank you guys for tuning in here. So we're gonna have a guest on today. His name is John Patton the third, and of course I'm David Watts, Charles Watts the third. Hey, what do you know? And we're going to talk about the Alabama brawl. I know everybody's talking about it. You're probably sick of hearing about it. I was getting over inundated. I saw the video. I saw the extended video. I saw the interview of the captain. I saw the interview of the guy they call Aquaman. I saw interviews of people with the boat. Then I started seeing the merchandising. I started seeing the earrings that were available at Walmart. This happened August 5th. This is August 11th. That means it's happened 6 days ago. And already they have designed an earring. They've manufactured an earring. They have packaged an earring. They've put it on the shelves in the stores. 6 days. Now, do you think there was a black person that benefited from the merchandising of this? I've seen on TikTok, I've seen the decals. There's a place that's doing FAFO. There's a place that's going has a decal that says I have a chair and I'll use it. I mean, all these things, and these aren't white owned. These aren't black owned businesses. So even in our conflict, and I'm not trying to make this a black and white thing, although this arguably can be saying this is a black and white thing. And I want to talk about, when my guest gets on here too, I want to get his opinion on it. But I want to talk about the fact that this is something that really has polarized the country. I mean, when you think about it, because we've got people that are for it. We've got people that are against it. And we, as African Americans, as black people, we are not a monolith. I'm sure you've heard that before. My wife definitely did. She felt really bad about the fight in its entirety. She thought it shouldn't have happened. Hey there. Hmm. Yeah. Right. Actually, we're going to talk. We're interviewing and talking. Like, I'm live now, just waiting for you to come on. My computer said it's in. Yeah. So this is my the guest is coming on. Yeah, that we have just a conversation. So I'll introduce you, talk about what you're talking about, and then we'll just get into the Alabama brawl. We'll talk about unity, how we benefit, and we'll cover all of that. So okay, so uh, where we're getting logistics worked out for our guest here. Okay, great. Well, she's definitely available. She has her phone. She's in the other room. She's upstairs. So yeah, not a problem. Okay, great. All right, I'll be wait. You got the link? I'll be waiting for you to log in. I just sent it to your text. I just texted to you. No problem. Okay. All right. I'll see you on there. All right. So thank you guys. So we're just getting logistics so he can actually be able to log on. So as I was saying, this has really polarized people, and it's really caused people to pick a side. I mean, whether you wanted to or you didn't, you picked a side, you know. And I like the fact that even in the media, which of course we know media that's not black owned is usually biased, but even they said he was doing his job. He was asking them to move. He had the authority and the right to move the pontoon boat out of the berth that the ship was supposed to come into. They told them beforehand. They didn't listen. They actually told them they were going to call the police, and the police have been informed. And I guess the police were, taking their time getting there or whatever. And then I guess when more calls are coming in saying, look, there's a big ass fight at the dock, then all of a sudden the police like, oh, we better get over there. When if the police had probably shown up beforehand, that would have been avoided. But then some people say, that's Alabama. They would have showed up and probably beat the black man up himself because this is Alabama. We know Alabama's a red state. It's typically Republican, you know. Hey there. I just sent it to you in your text in your phone. If you click on the photo, it actually manifests itself as a. Yeah, if you just click on that, it should take you right in there. Okay. All right. So we got these high tech links. Yep, just click on that. And this is, by the way, is a new interface. We're not using Zoom. This is a little more robust. This is a production interface system we use. So um, we're gonna see if it's a little easier to use. And I'm just waiting for my interface here. I can see all the different things. And when he comes into what's called the green room, I'll be able to see him and hopefully bring him on screen. So I'm looking to see where that might be. So as I was saying, okay, okay, let's see, okay, let's see here, okay, okay. So what I'm doing, you guys, bear with me here. I'm giving our, let's see, okay, okay, let's see. Bear with me when I send this link again. Let's see. These are the things that happen in the live streams, right? Let's see. Okay, let's see. Let's see if this works. Because this, this is a great system. Oh, there he is. There he is. All right, John's in the green room. All right,
I see a
all right.
is it okay? There we go.
There
There we
you
go.
are.
There we go.
There you are.
All
All
right.
right. I was hoping. I was like, I hope we can actually get this on here because this is such a great robust system. So as I was telling everybody, this is Mr. John Patton III. Of course, I am David Charles Watson III, and he is the founder and um, director and creator of the Black Legacy Project, and it's one of our partners. And you guys, when I say that word Black Legacy Project, you guys have at this point no understanding of how impactful this organization is going to be, and we're just proud to be one of their partners. And what we're going to do is I wanted to really bring John on today and talk to him about what's been going on. John, as you know, there's a thing now that's being called the Alabama Brawl. This happened August 5th, approximately 6 days ago. And I was mentioning the fact that people are polarized, and it's basically you either were for what happened, you were against what happened. And of course, we as black people are not a monolith. There are people who are black just because we're black. There are some people, my wife, included, is like she wished that didn't happen. It made her sad to see them fighting. And then there's people like me, like, I was glad that I saw us come together, but then why is it that we had to come together over in conflict? What can we do to get us to come together to build things, such as things the Black Legacy Project is building? We're talking about generational wealth, and I know that term's been thrown around a lot. People really don't understand what that means, but I want to talk about too, maybe starting at the Alabama Brawl and the fact that I mentioned that I've seen earrings now that are in Walmart stores, and it's got the open chair, the closed chair. I see people making decals that says FAFO and Alabama August 5th, and these are things that are being generated not by us. We are not benefiting from that. So even in our conflict, other ethnicities are benefiting and monetizing us. We know we've always exported well, we've just never benefited from it. So, from that standpoint, what do you think we can do, one, to come together outside of conflict, and what can we do really to start getting it going and not just be something that's hot now, but something that we continue to do to build wealth?
Well, first of all, let me thank you, David, for bringing me on. I really appreciate the work that you and Bernie do with the OnStage Plus platform. You guys have been extremely instrumental to me and our organization. I want to apologize. I'm actually sitting outside taking in some of this God-given sun rays. Um, the Black Legacy Wealth Project conception is about the foundation and a platform that we're setting up. Well, that's good. It would be great that this guy would just start building, doing work out here. Let me move it to a different location as we talk. And I'm going to be walking and talking as we do this. Um, so, the Black Legacy Wealth Project is a platform that provides us an opportunity as a community to come together and provide a platform for entrepreneurs and Bay Area Black professionals to come together as a community and highlight the products and services that we provide our community. As you know, our community as African Americans, we lead in the numbers, statistics around poverty, death, infant mortality, and a lack of education. Right now, we have the largest dropout rate in Contra Costa County in history for African Americans. Now, going back to what we're talking about in regards to the Alabama brawl, um, when you think about what happened there, it actually is metaphoric of all of the hundreds of years of oppression that we have faced as a community. And as what we saw was African Americans coming together to right an injustice against an elderly uh, security guard who's basically doing his job. In the last 6 years, we've seen a huge increase in racially driven crimes against African Americans. A lot of this platform came out of the Donald Trump era in regards to just inflammatory statements that he's made throughout his campaign, really encouraging people into this type of level of violence. And although we never want to advocate violence as a way to solve problems, we do want to take note to this incident taking place. Here you had a man who was there to do his job, which his job feeds his family. And doing his job, he was confronted by a number of white patrons, and he was virtually attacked and beat on. And so we see this as a norm in our society today. Like, people have normalized violence against African Americans. Not that it has not been taking place for hundreds of years, but you would think now in the 21st century that we would have some sense of um, humanity towards one another. Now, this on a microcosm, we see this often even in our own communities. Here, we're trying to create a platform for other Black entrepreneurs and Black professionals to come together. Why? Because nothing requires us to be dependent upon the system. We can create a platform that will allow us to be self sustaining and self sufficient. And that platform requires us to come together as a community. We may call it a tribe, we may call it a village, but we have to come together. We have so many dynamic um, leaders in our community, doing their job every day, working hard to take care of their families, working hard to create their businesses, working hard to provide a service to our community. But yet, do we come together like our brothers and sisters came together down in Alabama? No, by no means do we advocate violence, but at some point we have to stop and think, how do we come together to preserve our lives? How do we come together and set up a platform that's going to allow us to start building a stronger legacy for our families and our communities? This is what the Black Legacy Wealth Project is about. Our platform is here to support all of our brothers and sisters in our community, to let people see the great work they do. Every day we have brothers and sisters posting positive information through social media, laying out information to encourage people. You have our brother Baxter Otterberry, who does Money Talk Radio. Baxter has been putting this information out for years and providing brothers and sisters information about financial literacy. Before financial literacy was even a hot topic, Baxter was out there doing it. You have our brother Minister Farah Dews, who just put out Hood Pretty, a very powerful documentary, true story documentary about our sister Raquel Miller, who is a professional boxer out of the Bay Area. You have our brother Sean Gransberry, who is the founder of Hip Hop News. All of these are powerful business entities. You have your own entity, On Stage Plus TV, where you guys spend time working with people in the community, helping other brothers and sisters, such as myself, to develop a platform and a business model that can be successful. So there's a lot that we can do in regards to us coming together. So to me, the incident in Alabama was just a microcosm of the realities of us as a people in this country. No, we're not here to disenfranchise us from other communities, but it's very important that we start looking at ourselves and looking at how we can pull together the resources and galvanize these resources to create a platform where we can start to provide information and education to re-educate our community about money, finances, um, literacy around financial literacy, excuse me, around financial literacy, how to build an effective business. And then we get down to the basis roots of this. How do we take care of our community? Everyone in our community is not as fortunate as some of us. We see the largest number of people being impacted by homelessness is Black families. We see the number one mortality rate in our community of babies, Black families. We see the largest number of single parent mothers, Black women. we have to start looking at how does these statistics impact our community and our trajectory of surviving in the 21st century. You now have artificial intelligence coming in. How many of our people understand how to utilize artificial intelligence? All this vast information is sitting right at our fingertips, but who is assisting us at a baseline level to understand this? We have a large number of community resource programs that a lot of parents are not aware of. Services right out in our community. And what we want to do as the Black Legacy Wealth Project is take that platform as a digital media, cable syndicated platform, and provide people that platform to get your information out there. Not just to get your information out there, but for us to come together, to do partnerships, and to collaborate so that we can provide services to our community. At the end of the day, we should be caring for our community. We should be making sure that we're providing support and services to the elderly, to parents, to children, to our community in general. So I know I said a lot in just a short time, David, but I know that we're all passionate to do something about what's happening in our community. And I think that what took place in Alabama is just a small microcosm. Yes, we do have other cultural groups benefiting off of our pain. All of a sudden, we see all these different items that's associated to that incident being sold in stores as if that was funny. There was nothing funny about that. People could have lost their lives in that incident, and all of it came from a sense of racial inequality. We have to get back to where we start treating each other as human beings. But where does that start at? In our own community. So I'm hoping that we can continue to build these positive relationships with our community um, entrepreneurs and Black professionals and resources. But until we start building from from that platform and that foundation, how much can we really do for ourselves? And so, yes, we want to make a difference in the lives, and we want people to be a part of the legacy. So that is what the Black Legacy Wealth Project is about, and that is my opinion on what took place in Alabama.
Okay, okay. I mean, as you mentioned, this has been, you said a microcosm of the overall, the bigger scheme of things. And when I look at it, it's like it was great because I think we liked the fact of one of everybody coming to one man's aid because we so often don't see that. We talk about black on black crime, which I'm sure which we know the media overemphasizes, but they came to his aid. But then, of course, why did they have to come to his aid? Because he was being basically jumped by white people for just doing his job. But I
Right.
say that and taking that out of there, how can we come together, as you just alluded to, because this is what the Black Legacy Wheels Project's about? How can we come together to, okay, yes, we did that there, you know, wonderful. We should always be able to support each other. There was a quote by Mamie Till, and that's Emmett Till's mother. And
Hmm.
I'm paraphrasing here, I'm trying to get it right. She said, um, if it's the business of one of us, it best be the business of all of us. And basically
That
she said, if it affects one, it affects all.
right.
You
That's
know,
right. That's very well said, David. And whatever happens to one of us does happen to all of us. And when you start looking at us coming together, we have to start giving our community an opportunity to benefit from the work that we all do. Now, for example, if you are a Black Bay Area entrepreneur and professional, consider how you can partner up with other Black Bay Area entrepreneurs and professionals. Look at small projects you can do. We see a lot of small projects taking place. I love the work that our brother Kevin Epps is doing with I'm sorry. I just got with the Mujo project. And
yes,
so
yes.
when when we look at that, this is all of us participating in different aspects of how to help the community. But if we come together as a community and start sitting and holding town hall meetings about how do we change the plight of the African American community, What are some of the political initiatives we can start trying to put on the platform that will ensure safe and affordable housing? How are we going to create laws that are going to continue to provide and offer us the opportunity to thrive as a community? To me, these things are important. We do want to continue to volunteer our time. Um, we have another great program out here in Contra Costa County, Bay Point Community All in One, ran by Executive Director Delano Johnson. Here, they provide a food program every Tuesday where they give out hot meals and groceries along with medical screening and health checks. And there was something in your background. Was that you or me,
I'm
David?
sorry, that was me. So please
Oh,
continue.
so there are lots of ways that we can look at coming together. But what we want to do at the Black Legacy Wealth Project is to create a platform and a forum so that we can bring our brothers and sisters together, so that we can highlight the great work they do and look at how do we utilize this great work so that it best benefits the community.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think, like I said, I think they say think globally but act locally, as you mentioned. And I think there, as you mentioned about the the Farad Duels, the Sean Granberry, Sean Michael Cunningham, Pharaoh Charles Paul, and the list goes on. I'm probably missing somebody, but these are phenomenal black filmmakers that I know that I've actually had the pleasure of working with over time, and coming together. And I mentioned to you before, I was at a meetup. This is before the pandemic, and I think there were about 3 or 4 black people there, and it must have been around 20 some odd other ethnicities. And one guy said, he was talking to a guy, he said, I need a gaffer, to finish my project. And the guy was like, wait, hold on. Mark, come over here. Hey, Mark, this is Scott. Mark's a gaffer. Scott, and they like, oh, so they collaborating. We need to do that.
Yes,
As you know,
yes,
we've
yes,
got a television network
yes,
that's global. We've
yes.
got a 260 million global reach, 153,000 views every week on our network. And we've got the cranes, we've got the cinema camera, the drones, everything. If we need to help partner with some of these filmmakers or to these subjects, reach out to us. We've got the capability. We just bought a new property, 2.5 hours from the Bay Area, which I'm in our stage room where we do a lot of our filming. And we're like, we've got property. You need to come up here. You need to film. You need sets. You need to film scary movies. We've got wooded areas. You need to film a demo show for a cooking show. We've got a kitchen for you. We've got everything you would need here without having to go to Los Angeles, get permits, travel 6 hours. We're 2 hours from the Bay Area. We've got it here. It's black owned. Come on, but I think we need to put that out there to say these are resources in your network that you can take advantage of. And I think a lot of times we don't share these resources because we figure, and what did Malcolm X call it, the slave mind, when you're like, no, this is mine, I got to keep it. We got to share it. Somebody once said you cannot get
Right.
something with a closed fist. You can only
That's
receive once
right.
your hand is open. So I think we definitely got to do that. And to that end, John, can you tell us how people can participate in the Black Legacy Project? I know you guys have a lot coming up. How can people start getting involved in this phenomenal organization?
So, David, we've recently been, our launch date for the Black Legacy Wealth Project is January the 6th, 2024. In the meantime, we will put our website link into the box. We're still building up the platform on our website link, and we're working on content, but you can join the Black Legacy Wealth Project and become a member by signing up on the link. Follow the directions on the web page and you can become a member of the Black Legacy Wealth Project. Prior to our launching date, we will be putting together a number of Bay Area community mixers and having an opportunity to get together and start looking at what are some of the goals we have as a black community and what are some of the things we want to change. So keep your eyes on the lookout. We'll be setting up some items on our event calendar, extending an invitation to a lot of our brothers and sisters out here in the community who are constantly building a brand for themselves, and we want to participate by supporting your work at the same time coming together in partnership. So again, you can go, we'll put our website link into the bio on here, and you can click on that website link. And if you follow it, it has a place where you can sign up for a member. Uh, I want to thank you, David and Bernie. You guys have been extremely instrumental in the work that we're doing here at the Black Legacy Wealth Project. I couldn't tell if I had to say anything. You guys have been the role model for us as excellence in a way to step into this space and provide a quality service to our community. So again, if you're interested in joining us and we want you to be a part of the legacy, go ahead and click on the website link in the bio, follow the instructions, and you can sign up as a member. Please, at the end of the day, think about how you can best support your community. Reach out to another brother or sister, support their brand, support the work they're doing. One of our models here at the Black Legacy Wealth Project is heal where you can, build where you can. So, with that being said, I'm going to turn it back over to you, David. I have much love and respect for you and Bernie, and I hope that we can continue to work together in partnership to make changes in our community.
Absolutely, absolutely, and I'm just really glad we see here. Chancellor Bryan is actually put in there on the screen. This was great. Thank you so much. Look, join now. She's got the graphic there today. Thank you, Kinshasa, for that. That is great. And we're just, like I said, once again, proud to be a partner. We're looking forward to everything the Black Legacy Project is going to do. And you guys, let me tell you, this is just the first of many conversations. You guys, little spoiler here, the Black Legacy Project has a channel on the network. So if you're looking to be, of course,
Yes.
inspired, educated, motivated, and empowered to make your life better tomorrow than it was today, you want to definitely tune into this channel, to this brother, to the people. And let me tell you,
Thank
he's got a wide network, so you definitely want to get become a member of it, because the whole thing is, as we are always saying, as we're on Stage Plus, if you want to drift, you can go to Netflix, and that's okay. Every now and then you want to drift, but if you want to make your life better, if you want to be one of those people that can say, I know where I was, but I know where I'm going because I know now that I've been empowered to do it, you definitely want to join the Black Legacy Wealth Project and view them on the Onstage Plus TV network. John, thank you so much again, and I'm looking
thank
forward to the
you.
great
Thank
things
you.
this organization is going to do.
Thank you, David. Have a great day. Take care
You
of
too
yourself.
now. Bye bye.
Okay, bye-bye.